Welcome back, everyone. Storm here.
Mom here.
Kimmy here.
We're watching The Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 2 today. Last episode, we kind of had a cliffhanger. Carol was facing off with Alpha from below. And how did that end? So did they slowly back away from each other? And did Carol tell Daryl? Or what happened?
I think Carol's going to stay. I don't think she's going to go anywhere.
Yeah,
I know.
she's like, that's it. I'm staying.
Carol and Daryl talked about running away together. They just wanted to travel to Mexico, and I don't think that's going to happen now that she saw Alpha. Carol, we saw what lengths she'll go to protect family. Henry was threatened by the Saviors. She burnt them all. Now Henry was murdered by Alpha, so I don't think she's going to leave. I think she's going to get revenge.
Right, I agree.
Me too.
Shall we get into this episode?
Yes, let's do it. Oh, darn.
And all the windows are open, most of them.
Oh. Wait, what?
So there's the people in there.
Oh, gosh.
Right on your feet.
Have
a calf.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, wait a second. So
She
that's...
is.
Wow.
Oh, my God, the poor thing.
This poor child. That's like... Holy crap. Hello. Get...
Isn't that funny?
No.
Well, that's Lydia.
Yeah, so she knows she's going to...
Yep. Okay.
I'm saying without that mask on.
Take the sisters when you depart. They have a real gift.
Uh-oh.
Send for the dead.
A real gift to smell out the dead.
One, and try to kill us. But know two things. One, I do not die easily. And two, you must also kill my daughter. Because I will not leave this earth without her.
He's gonna lunge.
Thank you.
Do not leave this hallway.
Split up. We track better apart.
Ooh, she's got a good mask.
He's watching you. The sun feels different today. Can you feel that, sister? Like it's burning right into our skin. Stop it. Your head's in the clouds again.
You're singing.
Wouldn't call it that.
Don't do it again.
Fear nothing. We want only to feed. They are free. How'd you end up in here?
Got into a tussle with a dead rat man at my camp a few months ago.
Is that why you wear that?
Wow. Follow the leader.
Hey.
Just hurting them. That's pretty impressive. Is she... Oh. Oh, is she the one who did that?
Oh, is she?
Oh, it's too much. Crap,
that's
you're
it.
done.
No. Oh, gosh.
Getting redirected.
Yeah, because she doesn't know what happened to the baby, right? Oh, God.
That's it.
What?
You still think I'm
before I ended up.
I'm not a baby anymore. I don't want that stupid bunny. I don't want to be scared. I want to be more like you, Mama.
Is she going to be happy or not?
I waited so long to hear that. And I hope that you will. Because if you can't,
You're gonna die.
no choice to leave you behind.
Please, Mama, don't ever
My
leave me.
God.
I promise I'll do better out there. I will. You'll see. I love you, Mama.
Stop calling me that.
Because that means like she feels like she has to protect her all the time. Oh crap! It's gonna be a brutal death.
I know, it's, I don't know.
I know.
Because I know she's kind of, she has sympathy for her because of Lydia. God, music too. That's not going to be good. He's not going to let this go. He weakened the pack.
No, poke your eyes out. Twist. And it's gonna go silent. That's it. Twisted her neck.
Oh my God, so she did that so she could torture her away from the pack so any screaming would draw there.
And I'm gonna
jeez.
do a chiropractic
Did you like
move.
pull off her ear or something?
She's gonna,
Oh,
right when you think you're saved.
I
Maybe
don't
you're
know
the
what
new
she
Lydia.
did there
Maybe
because she
she's
didn't
gonna be the
actually
new
hurt
Lydia.
her. Maybe she just screamed out of frustration and
Yeah, maybe she thought she was
Grief.
gonna get
yeah.
killed. You're alive? I get a different mask because her expressions on her eyes means they show so much. I get
Yeah.
like a mask that's smaller so you don't really see what I'm doing.
Skin her alive for all to see.
She unsettles the pack.
Then we keep a close eye. Make sure her moment of weakness doesn't infect the
The
others.
others have already spoken of the enemy. The life they saw.
It is not alive. It is a fantasy.
And the pack must learn that again. They must see it. Up close.
They will.
When?
Soon.
Are you content?
She's beat me.
I have seen you wander away from the camp alone at night.
I'm right here. As I've always been.
she's doing it again.
Humming
Challenging
that one
you.
song.
So he brought them in.
He must have.
Oh no, he's there. We're friends. His mask is like a walker. We're best buddies.
I like killing with you. I don't hardly trust anyone.
Neither do I.
If you just get cut on the bone, you're gonna get infected.
Well done, big man.
Big man.
Okay. Mr. B.
Mr. B.
No, we didn't have names.
Not a name. It's a letter.
So if I'm B, what does that make you?
A.
Hey.
I want
It's like,
A.
all right.
Oh my god, if she's O.
When you're covered.
Not just about. You gotta become them. Feel what they feel.
What do they feel?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
There are only two kinds of people left in this world. One's brave enough to walk with the dead, and everybody else. So tell me, B, which one are you?
Oh, we're gonna see his face.
Ooh,
Whoa.
don't touch his face.
Maybe it has some.
Sunrise. Don't come back.
Did you mean what you said before?
That you were gonna leave me.
You wish you'd left me behind? That was Slipsis.
Yeah,
Doesn't
that
it?
means yes. At the moment she meant it, I'm sure. Mm.
Ah. Now we know. It's all syncing together. No, this way, this way, this way. Crap.
What did he do?
Oh, the carrier. Oh.
That's terrible.
Right here.
You brought a baby out here.
That's it.
Whoa! Holy crap!
Oh, wow.
Oh man.
Oh
Wow.
man, that's it.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Oh,
You're dead.
that's it.
Yeah, yeah. That's it, yeah. Oh,
Oh, what a death.
oh, yeah.
Sick.
Oh, right.
Do you regret what you did?
What did I do?
She was an uncommitted. She no longer belonged with us. I had to protect the Alpha.
You did. Pure destiny.
She's gonna do away with him.
Smooth as a wailing cup. We're strong as we feel our own blood. It is the purest, most honest way to bring order to chaos.
Leave us.
She's just wandering by herself.
Oh, monsters.
Monsters for your bravery and sacrifice. And for putting the needs of the pack above your own. I anoint you, Gamma.
Gamma. What an honor.
He's not liking it.
No.
He's not chanting it.
Beta, beta. Get really quiet. Oh, he's scratching faces off. That's the shirt he's been wearing.
That's right. The smiley face.
Surprise! Ooh.
Shut up. And here he comes again. Is that a
What's
cradle?
this? Yeah, it looks like a big nest.
This is for Lydia.
Like a shrine.
You said she was dead.
You shouldn't have come here.
Why?
I have to kill
She's
you.
having emotions.
Why did you lie to me?
Because she is human at the end of the day.
Coming back. No matter how much you wish for it, or how hard you try to replace her with someone else.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna go
Like
after
Gamma.
you. I don't know, he's huge though.
But that's what she was always preaching. He's trying to reinforce that. Was that his... That was his brother? Because he had a smiley face too.
Uh-oh.
I could not get her. She was dead the moment she was born. She was not like me. I know you better than you know yourself. You're demons here, just like me, but you are not broken. You have paid for this.
She's trying to save you!
Walk with me, and you will never be alone again. My baby.
End of the world. I am the end of the world. I am the end of the world.
Oh, is she gonna... Actually... Huh. We're not gonna see him.
I can't leave him.
You won't have to.
Oh God! He cuts his face off, and that's the mask he's
that's
wearing.
amazing.
I mean, 7 years ago. I don't know if it's the same mask.
Oh,
But...
boy.
Oh my God!
Is that what you meant? No, I meant just...
Oh, oh.
Wow. Wow, that's messed up.
Oh,
That's a lot.
Oh. So close. He never takes it
Wow.
off.
We walk in darkness. We are free. We bathe in blood. We are free. We know nothing. We are free. We fear nothing. We are free. We need no words. We are free. We embrace all death. We are free. This is the end of the world.
That's where she walks out into the clearing.
Yeah.
Now is the end of the world.
okay.
We are the end of the world.
Oh, boy.
Jeez, that's
Whoa.
so
But
disturbing.
you know,
It
That's very
is. And they can
disturbing,
say
my
all
God.
they want. They still have feelings. They have
Yes.
so many feelings inside. I mean,
That's
to this
right.
day, he's still wearing his brother's face.
Isn't that something?
I'm
Yeah.
assuming his brother or
Yeah.
a good friend, and the shirt.
That's right.
Mhm.
My gosh.
So,
Whew.
God,
That was a lot to
boy,
take in too.
That
Yeah.
was a lot.
Yeah, that was
Oof.
a good episode. I really like learning more about Alpha and Beta, especially with Beta. Like, I just didn't know how he met up with Alpha originally, so I just didn't expect anything like this. And it was just so eerie to me, and him just being isolated like that, and already wearing like a ski mask that he cut up. He had something really terrible happen to him, and that could have been his brother, was someone close to him. And I was like, maybe it was a boyfriend, maybe it was his brother, but someone he deeply cared about. And to go that far, to actually wear his face
Isn't that
to
something? Wow.
get over what happened and
Yeah.
to move on, like, wow. And
Yes.
I think it was so impressive and necessary to see how primal they were becoming, because Alpha met her soulmate in a way. Like,
She really
That's what-
did.
yeah,
I
she
mean,
did,
they had
definitely.
the same views, right off the bat, pretty
yeah,
much.
you gotta be
know,
stronger. You
and
gotta be like the dead, no fear.
no
That's right.
fear.
Yeah,
And he realized, oh, if you smother yourself with it, or you have, something from the dead, they're not going to,
Your
you're not
guts
going to be
will overeat.
detected.
Yeah.
And for, to have his, his loved one, let's say, on the ground, and she hands him the knife,
Oh, boy.
you could take that in any different way. Okay, cut something off, from him, to remember him by, like,
Cut a finger off.
yeah, or
Like
so,
that,
or like
yeah.
a piece of clothing or something, and wrap it around your wrist or something. But to rip a face,
Face
off,
off, yes, my
that's
gosh.
Another level.
It
That
is.
was,
Yeah.
definitely.
And to have it go this far, 7 years
Oh,
later.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not 7 years, but many years later.
They said 7 years ago. That was
From the
7 years
beginning,
how they
yeah.
met. But
Yeah.
Oh, my
it's been
gosh.
like around 7 years,
Yeah.
and to see like how far they've come from when we first saw them. I mean,
Right.
even then she was very savage in a way, and
was.
we saw
Oh, my
her
gosh.
more human too, where she still really cared for her daughter, and she
Big
was still
time.
emotionally
Very
attached.
worried about Lydia in the middle of the
Definitely.
night, when she woke up and didn't see her around.
That's for
And right to this day, I mean, she had a shrine for her. She
Mm-hmm.
was really, that was her place to think about Lydia.
Yeah.
It's so they can say, they're chanting all they want and try to believe it, but they're not. They're like the sister that died. She said it. I'm not going to think of him anymore. I'm not going to whisper any words of it anymore, and she couldn't.
Yeah.
Because you are human. You're still
Yeah,
human.
Mhm.
You can pretend to be with the dad and live with the dad, but you're
Oh,
human.
jeez.
Yeah, and to show that kind of weakness in her view of things is really not good. And Beta, like, I really thought he was going to fight Alpha in this and just take over. I know even though they have that chant where, no words, no fear, we are free, no love, we are free. But I know they do have a strong connection with each other. And Beta, like, I really thought he was going to get overwhelmed or feel like, oh my God, like I looked up to her for so long and now she's weakening the pack. So
Right?
I
Like
gotta
she's
take her
getting
out.
unconnected, like
Yeah.
they're always saying, like the sister was unconnected.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
you know?
So I really thought that he was going to take her out because the fact that Alpha, even, showed mercy to that other lady who was crying about her baby. I really thought he was going to do something about it. But in this case, like, he was still helping her. And then I really thought at the end, after seeing their backstory, that I don't think he can live without her either. Like, they both kind of complete each other or,
That's
like,
right.
balance
Good
each
balance.
other.
Yes.
Because I think one just wouldn't have purpose if the other one
Right. I
died.
think it would be
Definitely.
Maybe not
ultimately
purpose.
bad for the whole pack if he did something, if he shaked the boat a little bit, if he rocked the boat a little bit. I think it would be bad for the pack. It would be bad for him overall. So I think he's got her back for now, but he realizes that she does mean a lot to her still, even though she says she's dead to me. You never know. I mean, now Alpha saw Carol. Now at the end, we saw what happened
yeah.
from the end of the last episode. They might see Lydia. What are they going to do?
Yeah.
They might. And how is that going to pan out for Alpha?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So
Gosh.
it's, she could say it all she wants, but I mean, they're neighbors. I mean,
know.
really,
Gosh,
if you think
yeah.
about it. I mean, the territory is large, but
Boy,
Yeah. And what do you think about this episode, Ma?
that's really
You a little creepy?
bizarre. Yes, very much so.
What do you think of Beta, the big guy?
He's very scary.
Mr. B. That's
Mr.
Mr.
B.
B,
Yeah.
Mr. Yeah, I'm A,
Big
you're
guy.
B,
B
and how
A,
he just kind of,
yes.
Oh, like, all
my
right.
God.
it's like he just accepted it, He's just this big, intimidating guy, and he was already, like, captured by Alpha. Like, he was kind of
was.
like,
Yes,
okay,
yes.
A, okay, that's fine. Like, there's no argument there.
Right. And
right,
even
yeah.
before that, when she's, panning around getting food, I mean, that's his provisions, I would think.
right.
He didn't get pissed off about that. He's probably feeling, okay, well, it's a mother and daughter, they need to eat.
Mm-hmm.
But he was kind of like, this is my place, but okay, you know. I think he did want some company.
And I wonder what happened to his face.
Yeah,
like,
maybe
was
it
it
was
self-inflicted
burned,
or
scarred,
something
who knows?
happened when he was trying to save his loved one.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know more there. But
definitely.
I want to see his face. I know a lot of fans probably did when this first came out, this episode. But I think it is good that we didn't, because it just adds more mystery and like deep emotion there, where we're like, we don't know exactly what happened, but it was something traumatizing to him, very emotional. Like when him and Alpha were connecting with their words or letters, not names, you know, she tried to touch his face and he got really upset. So it's very traumatic for him.
Definitely. When that
Yes,
happened.
yes.
Pretty
It's
scary.
not just the superficial, like just the markings itself. It's probably what happened
No,
to
definitely.
make,
yeah.
you know, to make that happen. But, and Lydia did not cry, or she didn't scream at his face. You know, before she was always saying, you know, she was convincing herself, we are all monsters, we are all monsters. So
Yeah.
when she was, because she saw it too, and she didn't scream at the poor
right,
guy,
my
which
God,
is good,
yes.
you know.
What
good.
a, you know, and when
good.
Alpha said that, I mean, she took it to another level, but when she told her own daughter at that age or whenever, but it's just disturbing to be like, we're all monsters now. And in a way, I kind of agree with her, but there's different extents of it. I mean, everyone had to go through hell to survive, and even like good people like Rick, like he's done a lot of bad things too. Daryl's done a lot of bad things, and people justify it in their own way, but there's different levels of being a monster for
Yes,
sure. And the way that
definitely,
she went is full hardcore.
She is, 'cause
Believing
she
in the
doesn't
dead
trust
and-
anyone. She
No, she
trusts,
doesn't.
you know, hardly anyone. So
Yeah. It's a very different perspective, and it's a very interesting perspective to see people living in the wild with
living in the wild,
wild
and you're doing
animals.
things
Yeah.
that you
Creatures.
normally wouldn't have.
That's for
you
sure.
know, in civilization, you wouldn't have, you know, have stolen from other people. But you have to survive. You have your little pack, like she has her little pack, you know, way back then. Now she's got this huge pack. They're doing what they can to survive, and you know that's their way, and you know it's working for them so far. So. And I really feel like Lydia was taking that one sister and, you know, really substituting her for Lydia. And I think that's why she sacrificed that. You know, she didn't sacrifice that sister. She kept her because, you know, originally.
You know, it's so weird there too, because like I can see with the petting and stuff, the way when she forgave her, it kind of reminded me like, oh, it's like she's petting her daughter. But
Yeah.
I took it more as like she understands a mother's pain of losing a child. So I thought she was
True,
kind
yes.
of leveling
It's
with
almost
that.
like, you know,
Yeah.
therapeutic for herself too. In
Yeah,
the
I kinda took
darkness,
it like,
no one
okay,
else was with her.
Yeah, I'm that way too, so I will let this go this one time. But the way she was petting her, but then again, she's almost like a god to them. So she's like, my subject, see, I'm forgiving you for this. I could have killed you, which you deserve to die for putting us at risk. And like, I'm showing you mercy. And
Yeah.
so she tried a different approach, which
She did, and then she kept.
was surprising.
It was surprising, and then to promote the other sister to Gamma, it was like, oh, you're like me. You're more like me. You know, you saved me. Okay.
Over your sister.
Yes.
And there was no flinching, and she had a tear of like happiness to be promoted, to be
Right.
such a loyal subject and be honored by her leader, you know, and not for her sister. And she meant when she said that she was going to leave her sister, and she didn't even correct her when she asked, like, did you mean that you were going to leave me before? Like, or you wish you left me?
Yes.
And
Right,
yeah, she just turned away and
She
said,
just
"Go to
turned
sleep."
around, yeah, because
So.
she couldn't answer her.
But can you imagine, like, living like that? I mean, you have to find ways to adapt, but to go to that extreme, to remove yourself, you're not human anymore. Like, you're saying you're just wild, but even wild animals care or try to defend their young.
Yes, definitely.
And
Absolutely.
to go to the point where you don't even feel anything, and you're just going to walk among the dead. It's like, what's the purpose at that point where you're just being part of the dead? You don't feel for anyone or anything. It's like very lonely, and it's all about stature. And then when you're weak, that's it, time to die. You know, so like
That's
yeah,
right.
like I don't feel very motivated to, but you fear. I mean, like they say, no fear, but everyone lives in fear of Alpha to, you know, as a leader.
That's a very good point. That's true. And for her not to even think of someone else's idea of surviving, like either you're going to be amongst the dead or you're the other, you know, it's like look at how they're surviving, like our group. I mean, they're trying their hardest. They're doing very well. Yes, they have, other groups that, are going against them, but still they're living their best. Their best life.
And it is hopeful, and the pack is questioning it. So having, I think her name was Frances or something, but the mother, like when she was forgiven, and then everyone was like so shocked that she was still alive. So that other whisperer went up to her, and she started mumbling stuff about, this other life, there's other possibilities. And I'm like,
I thought she was going to be
just
gone
gonna-
because she
I
said it
did
pretty
too.
loud in the middle of, the group.
Yeah, so at that point I thought Beta was going to go right in and
because she was
kill her
talking
and be
back.
like, no,
That's
both
so
of you guys
too.
are dead because
Yeah.
this is a sign of weakness, and you're not trusting our cause. Like, you're now starting to question it, and there is no question here. So, I mean, to live like that, here you have people surviving, and then you have these walkers, these whisperers who just think they know everything about how to survive, and they're going to take out anyone else they see. I mean, now there's more of a challenge there because Lydia was interacting with the hilltop and whatever. But the fact that, they want to just squash that because this is the way of life now. It's not supposed to be that way.
It's like,
but yet,
why
if the
not?
hilltop, if they get a lot of numbers and kill them off, then are their ideals going to change? Or are they still going to be like, oh, well, they just went up to us, but this is still the way of life? It's just so interesting and amazing, like how extreme belief can go.
Yes.
that's for
with
sure.
with
right.
whatever you're into, but like for like dangerous situations where you're pushed to the extreme, where you have to learn to adapt in such crazy ways that it's just it's amazing. Yeah,
It
so
is,
it's
you know,
very
it-
different.
It's thought provoking. It's like, whoa, okay, that's pretty interesting to think like that, and they are doing it. I mean, they're surviving, they're hunting, they're
What a way of
guards.
life.
I mean, but to live
Always
like that,
wearing
oh
the
my
skin of the
God.
dead. I mean, they were human at one point, and you're just wearing dead
Especially
That's
Beta
horrible.
with his whatever brother, or whatever
loved
friend.
one.
Still wearing his face.
Yeah, and it just
After how many years?
when you dry out, like I'm trying to think of animals
wondering.
because I know some hunters, and when you dry out animal skin, it lasts a long, long
Yeah,
time.
Sure.
So I was
Sure.
thinking
Yes,
7 years.
it's a
Yeah,
hide,
that makes
yeah.
sense.
that's
But
high.
ugh, but still, it's like it was a person at one point. And you cared about that person, but you just
Yeah,
change it
it's
in
just
your head
weird.
to make
Yes.
it work for
Well, then-
you, and and it works for him. And they've been surviving this long,
Yes.
so ooh,
He's with him all this time now.
yeah,
So that's what
it
he's
helped.
thinking.
It helped
He's
him.
with me.
It helped him. And I really also thought that Beta was going to kill Gamma because I wasn't sure
Yes.
how the
I
pack
definitely
would
think,
handle
yeah.
that, because now they were chanting Gamma, 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 like she is higher than them. So what are the rules if Beta just took her out? And I really thought that was going to happen when he approached her and said, "Where's Alpha?" And then when Gamma turned, I thought he was going to try to kill her and be like, "She challenged me, so I had to take her out," or "She threatened you." I thought he was going to have some kind of story on top of that, but so I think in a bad way for the Whisperers group, but in a good way for all of humanity, because Alpha has a weakness still with Lydia, that's going to weaken her plans. And now Beta, he's trying to solidate or do this chant and get her back on the same page. But I really think they're weaker now too. Like
They're
he
weaker
doesn't fully
because
trust her
yes,
now because she's
and
lost
right,
it
exactly.
a
He
little bit.
has to cover up what he just experienced.
Yeah,
with,
so
you
they're
know.
changing their own rules.
Exactly. And Gamma, she was the closest to that perimeter. Did she hear it?
And Gamma,
She
yeah,
was
that
screaming.
threesome might be a
Yes.
problem because
Yes,
she's now
definitely,
for the
yeah.
cause. She sacrificed her own sister, to save
Right.
Alpha, and now she's going to see Alpha caving because of Lydia. Oh, she lied about Lydia. So not only is
She
she
had
weak
the
about
money.
Lydia, but she lied about her death to the whole pack to seem even better. And I didn't even shed a tear when I
yeah,
killed her
that's
or whatever. So yeah, I think that's going to be like the biggest, weakest point with them. So that'll actually hopefully help everyone else.
Yeah,
outside of the
and
Whisperers.
Alpha's just gonna let's deflect it over to our neighbors. Okay, well they're getting close. You saw smoke by the border. Okay, well let's go and show them.
I know.
Let's show them that we mean business.
And
So-
just seeing them lead packs, woohoo! Just so casual. Yeah, but it shows that they also lose control too, even though you had a few people, like 5-6 people in that group trying to control the walkers. Once, that satellite came down and they just dispersed, like they completely lost control. And then when Beta was saying, okay, still focus, and so it was actually really dangerous for them too at that point. So it's good to see that there's still always dangers. It's not just simply putting on a mask, hey, I'm one of you. There's a lot more involved, and emotions and feeling what they don't feel and all that stuff. But can't wait for the next episode. Yes. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you very soon as always. Bye guys.
Bye.